Hello there folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ferengi on board here. Welcome to my channel where I discuss different topics like spirituality, deep introspection, all sorts of ideas like, well, dream interpretation for example, and other ideas that people may find some difficulty in providing themselves with an answer. And well, if I feel I can provide a possible interpretation on that, I may as well do that, although I may take my own time. Now this video is gonna be about my video game, again continuing with the construction of my battle system in a way. And well, I came up with the importance to create a big fluff which is called the tutorial system, which will be created. I'm not gonna create scripts for this because plugins to add them as scripts, that's a big nuisance. And also the idea of using these labels that I want to use, these are also a big nuisance to use. So I will actually have, so I have created the branch that allows the player to switch actually through to go through the possible conditions. And now I have created the intro for the buffs, and let's actually proceed to the buff part. Okay, show choices to the buffs list. Okay, because I'm just gonna copy that, and let's make this 29 to be a very sparkling green. And let's see, okay, now we have something else. Okay, something else here, beginning of big loop. Yes, it takes the player correctly to the big loop. Okay, beginning of, let's actually make this one here, buff loop 1. Okay, this is gonna be, wait, what? Okay, copy this one, paste it in here, and we'll call this 2. And this one, we'll paste it in here and we'll call it 3. Okay, now let's see. Let's actually look through the list of buffies that we can actually put. So we have, oh, meditative dream state. Okay, let's actually use color 30. We have meditative dream state. Does it actually fit? Yep, it does actually fit. Now we have stealth. Okay, let's actually leave it with 7. We also have 7, and with stealth also comes cloak. Okay, regrowth, and that's gonna be the last one here, regrowth. Let's actually make it 3, and we have next batch and skip. Okay, so with next batch we're gonna copy this one and put it in here, because next batch the player is gonna pick this one, will get out of this part and should come in here. Hopefully this is correct. Now this is only the designing part. The checking part will come much later when I have everything made, so that I know what the skeletal part of each event is, and if a certain error is met I can actually address it there. Okay, now let's see, we have skip, beginning of big loop. Okay, now buff loop 2 will be represented by, okay, so we had 1 2 3 4, we have regenerate, wait, yes, so we have these ones, regenerate, rejuvenate. Okay, beginning of buff loop 2. Okay, so we have 28, let's say, a darker green, regenerate. We have, what did we choose before? 29. Let's use 3, and we have rejuvenate. Well, rejuvenate is actually written with a pink, so let's leave this color, rejuvenate. Okay, now let's see armor 1 and armor 2. Okay, so these are little buffs that I prefer having like this. I corrected this double E case in the conditions, and we have armor 1, and the other buff we have armor 2. Okay, so now this is buff loop 2, so we will actually cut this one, actually leave it here, and we'll leave this one. We'll put here previous batch, and actually let's put a question mark instead, and next batch will have a question mark instead, right? Now buff loop 2, we need to copy this one and paste it in here. We need to put 3, and we also copy this one and we put a 1. This one we delete, and boom, boom, beginning of loop 3 to switch to this one, and this one will switch to the other one. And well, yes, 1 only will lead to 2, and from there you can actually go back to 1 and 3. I'm not good at creating menus, and this is the most I can to have some kind of a in-between menu toggles. So let's see, now we have one armor 1 and 2. We have tough 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's see, how do we actually make these? Let's actually make 3 in this choice. So we have buff list 3. We have this one's gonna be here and here. Okay, so let's take the other 3. We have tough, which I'll still lead to 7, which is a light gray, actually a darker gray, something like that. Frost shield and fire shield. Okay, frost shield and fire shield. Okay, fire shield, let's make it a red color, and frost shield, let's make it a light blue color. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna put here first batch, a question mark, of course. Wait, second, we're actually the third batch. Okay, yes, second batch, and we also have actually leave it the next batch, because okay, and okay. Okay, so now we need this one for the first batch, and this one for the second batch, and here for batch number 4, which will be copy pasted and put into here, right? Then we need buff number 4 in here, so that this one actually switches to this one, and we have here the last 2. Okay, we have blessed and purified. Okay, so now in here we have let's leave blessed with a darker blue, blessed. Okay, and we have purified, leave it with a light blue, purified. Actually, what if we put this one instead? Let it like this, and let's have frost shield be actually replaced by 23, because it's a different lighter blue. Okay, all right. So we have blessed, purified. Now we have first batch, second batch, we have third batch in here, and we have something else in here. something else, because we actually need to allow the player to leave this set of choices. Okay, so now that we have this, we have first batch in here, second batch in here, third batch in here, and beginning of big loop in here, so that the player can actually skip from the beginning, or they can actually skip from here as well. I will see about that, because after all the point is that we'll have to check through those. Okay, so something else is beginning of big loop. Yeah, I could have copied it from here. Okay, classes. Now let's go back to the classes and actually take these Gabs, because I really love using Gabs instead of texts. Now the conditions will actually have texts, because I don't mind the player actually reading what the effects do and, you know, skipping to the next text box by their own accord. Gabs have a finite duration, which I set to 3 seconds, so that's not gonna be the best thing, and they're also limited to 1 turn. And I can actually go to script, you know, to test my, you know, scripting part on the game messages part. Alright, so let's see. Now the presenter is somewhat goofy as well, so classes. Okay, let's say they are a classifier of enemies. Okay, they indicate type of caster player faces. Okay, alright, they also play a role in auto-generating foes. Okay, so now we have 4 pictures. Let's see exactly which one we say. So classes. Okay, this one needs a goofy avatar. Okay, and you really had to okay, we need to type black so that now I have these 8 pictures and they're written in a different way, some of them, and because 4 of them are lacking this underscore, they actually appear differently, but at least I have this set of faces, and we need picture number 3 and index face number 2. Okay, so we need number, wait, what? Okay, number 3. Let's copy the name to add it in here, and in the picture, okay, we have number 3 to display this one. Okay, so the index for 3 will be 2, because in programming everything starts from 0. Face number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, now we have this one set. I prefer putting picture over picture and then delete them at the end, because it sounds a bit better in my opinion. And let's see, we have, they are a classifier. Okay, so let's see, 5 I think is correct, yes, because it's the blinking girl. It's this one, and it uses number 4. Okay, they indicate the type. Let's actually say the type of not enemy, the type of enemy the player faces. Let's see, is the quote actually long? Leave it like this, because This one is exactly when writing scripts in text boxes. If you don't pay enough attention, they simply go beyond the visible part, and it's preferable that you don't. And gap texts, you can only show one per moment, and they're limited to only one line, I think. Now they indicate the type of enemy the player faces. Okay. Alright, and then I think the blinking girl could actually do well in here for 14. And instead of these ones, I would have to add another line in this. I can actually make a for loop, which means take all the values from 11 to e smaller and also equal to 14, and for each situation you increment. And then we have this one to put it in here, and we say I, and instead of writing that 4 times, I actually write this, and it should be actually much easier for me to code. I don't know if it's if it's gonna be more optimized or something like that, but it's just a minor bit of code. I don't know if it's gonna have that much of an impact. So what I said here is the value of I becomes 11, 12, 13 and 14, and for each of these values I delete the picture with that variable, instead of actually saying game screen erase picture of 11, then of 12, of 13 and 14. Okay, now we want to present actually the classes. Oh wait, actually we want to actually add 15 in here, and we also want to take this one, delete and put this one, and just change this one to 15. And yep, we have 0 again. Wait, the index here has to be 4, 0, 4, index 2 is 3, and that should be it. Okay, and in this case we should be putting 15 instead, right? Because it's from 11 to 15. Okay, oh wait, I actually forgot a very important part, which is called clear gab, and I have to actually put this one after each of these sets of gabs to make sure that in the case of need these will be repeated, although I don't think I actually want to repeat those, but okay. But for whatever reason these should actually be repeatable. Okay, so proceed to class list. Alright, and we delete all the pictures, and then we have a choice. Let's see, should we actually make a script for this one? No, because I cannot fix that part in which the choices, I don't know how to fix these how to call them, these parameters. I usually put my choices like this, and of course I need disallow in here. Okay, let's see, view the classes list. Let's actually make this as a C29 to have it like a green, and put a 20 in here, something else. Okay, so now that we have something else, beginning of big loop, we copy and paste it in here. And to view the classes list, we're also gonna need a loop, because the player might actually want to cycle through them, so that's why I'm interested in adding choices in a loop. And then we add a magical other choice which says middle, and again disallow. And let's actually go to my list of classes which I wrote in here. Alright, these enemy primary clone and player, these are not interesting, these are just mechanical ones. They are just gonna be behind the code, behind the scenes. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and another one, and actually I forgot about what I called as ranger, but I don't know if I'll actually keep to ranger. It doesn't sound necessarily fitting. Let's actually call it something like wilderness survival, or actually wilderness embracer. Let's actually call it like this because it sounds much different than what you find in typical games, and one of the last things that I want is my game to sound typical. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. Okay, so we actually can use it well. Okay, so now the first class will be Frostcaster. Let's have a /C23 Frostcaster. Okay, now I'm guessing the next one was Flame Dancer, because why not, it sounds awesome. Flame Dancer, should I actually add it as orange? Now let it tend to be an awesome red color. Which was the next one? Polarizer and Tank. Okay, okay, this one would be cute. Let's see. Okay, yeah, actually leave it like this, and we'll actually write it polarizer. Let's actually write it with a S because I prefer embracing British English to American one. Okay, let's see, this one should be something like okay, so actually 0, this one's not gonna have any color. Okay, to this one's gonna have 20 as usual. Now polarizer, we have 2 4, we have 9. Okay, let's actually color this in a beautiful way. Let's see, how can we actually color this? Okay, we have white. How should we color this? Because it's this one is a profession that only one character will have, at least for now, and it's represented by kind of a feng shui approach, duality approach. So let's see, it should actually have a mauve color, or how do you call it? Yes, a purple color. So let's actually see, the R will be 30. Okay, because it's gonna be a darker, well, actually an indigo. This one will be, what should it be? Let's actually leave it at 10, or let's see, 4, or let's actually leave it at 10. Now let's let's go to my desktop and see if I actually saved that somewhere. Oh yes, I actually saved it in here. The character that, the portrait that I made in Picru. Okay, so she has eyes of black and white. Okay, so that's what I chose to have. Okay, so if I have eyes of black and white, this one should be good as leave it blue and that other color. Okay, 30. Now we add 4 in here. Okay, we have 30. We have 4. For the L we have 30. For the O we have 4. And for the P we also have a 30. Okay, so we have polarizer. Now we also have the last class that's gonna be in this one is gonna be the tank. Okay, so we have tank. Okay, wait a minute. Alright, let's actually view this one. Yes, it actually has an exclamation mark. And let's see, should we actually use, so 14 and 17 were let me check a bit the colors, because I forgot a bit of those. Let's see, let's actually see 16 what color it was. Oh my god, this angling is a bit awkward. It's kind of a gray. Let's leave 16. It's not a color that I commonly use, so okay. 16 tank. Okay, let's see. We have in here the next batch. Okay, I think this one also falls under these square brackets because it makes it look like some kind of item. Alright, let's put it with a green, and this one let's put it like this. Skip. Okay, so we have this one in here. Good. Classes. Okay, so we need to put a label in here. Classes loop 1. Okay, we're gonna have classes loop 2 and classes loop 3. Obviously these ones are gonna be in here, and next batch should be wait, we copy the name and jump to label 2. Now we're gonna copy this one and we're gonna put it in here, and with class label 2 next batch will be 3. Wait, what? Okay, and here we shall have, wait, what? Okay, copy paste 1. Good. Okay, because you won't be able to skip in this one. Okay, let's actually put them in a reverse order. Okay, so now we have number 2. Wait, we don't need the loop. The loop in, wait, do I actually need a loop? Because I didn't put these ones in the loop, and honestly it wouldn't be bad. Like, yep, I think these should actually go in a loop. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5. We will need around these many. Okay, we put this, okay, we have repeat above. Oh, okay, we put this one in here. Okay, we have this one which we cut, and so we have loop. Okay, we have this one in here. We have this one and this one we cut and we put into the loop, which is this. And we have, wait, this is the big loop. Okay, so the big loop needs to have only this one and this one, and literally everything else kind of. So we have beginning of condition loop. Oh wait, not this bug again. Come on, today already. Okay, so we have loop number 1 and we add in here the others. Okay, let's help it resettle, and we have the remaining beginning of Condi loop 2. Okay, we have buffs, we have loop, and we have a loop for each one. Okay, because the player, if they want to choose any of these, they will go through that, and if they want to go further, they just need to pick any of the two. Okay, now we need to take these remaining loops. Okay, we need to cut them, we need to put them in here. Okay, so we cut this one, we put it in here. Loop. Okay, so this one and this one have to get out of the loop. Okay, have to be in here, and label 1 is in a loop. Wait, what? Oh my god, really? Okay, so we have the loop, we put these outside. Okay, we had two loopies in here, and we put this one into a magical loop, and then we put this one into another magical loop, and we have things should be correct like this. And then we take these 4 remaining loops. Okay, and we go to the, oh wait, we actually don't need any more loops. Okay, so we made the loop for each, so that any of these the player chooses, they can choose another one of these, and if they want to skip, they either skip the whole thing and they go back in here, beginning of big loop, so that they actually choose whatever they want, and they can choose any of these, and if they choose skip, they can simply skip the tutorial. So let's actually not forget to do, oh, in skip I actually put break loop. Okay, now that's good. Alright, so we need classes loop 2. We have a loop for this specifically, and for loop 1, actually put this one in here, we have a specific loop as well. Good, now let's actually see. Frostcaster, we need okay, so we need 1, 2, 3. We have 2, 4, 6. Okay, 2, 4, 6 remaining. Okay, I think I can actually go with okay, let's see. So we have classes loop 2, which has a okay, we have a Ravager. Okay, wait, I ate something in here. Now the Ravager will be, should we actually pick it as 20 to be orange? But actually let's leave it as 10. Okay, no, let's pick it like this. Okay, a Ravager. Okay, we have Mind Warp. Okay, we'll leave this one to a slightly more open version of purple. Okay, we have Mind Warp. Okay, let's actually check a bit the colors again. Let's actually write some things. Let's see, 26. So I'm curious about this color. I think it would actually serve well. Let's see the purple difference colors. We have 27. Okay, and we also have this one. Okay, so we have 26, 27. No, it's was there any one other version of that? Okay, let's see, 30, and we also have 31. And was there any other one? Okay, 6, 5, nope, 3 not, 2 is orange, 1, 7, 6 is green, 7 is gray, 8, and 9, because I don't remember. Oh, 9 is also blue, which is very let's see actually the difference in between these, because they look very similar. Okay, this one is a bit more open. So let's see which one should actually fit. I think this one would fit more, so let's leave it as 31. Okay, and now we have the other one, which is the Bearer of Divinity. Okay, let's see if it actually fits. Bearer of Divinity, it should actually fit. Okay, now which one was that color? Was that okay? Now I really need to do that thing again, so let's see, /C6. Nope. Oh wait, it was actually a 9, I think, and 1 is more open actually. Let's see which blue shades do I actually know. I know 1. Okay, now that I remembered about 9, I also know 23. I think this one should be the best, because it's kind of the most open. Okay, so we have 23. Okay, 23, Bearer of Divinity. Okay, now we have this one. We copy, we put it in here, previous patch, and in this case we also give the player the option to skip. Alright, the middle disallow. Okay, so previous patch, next batch, let's leave this one as 28 so that they actually have a difference. Okay, skip, actually leave it like 10. I'll let it 20. Okay, we'll see about that. Okay, so we have classes loop 2, we have classes loop 1, and classes loop 3 in here. Okay, now well, I'm working only towards the skeletal part, and we also should be adding this part in here. And now we have this one, which we actually, let's copy paste the whole loop, because we're gonna need this. Okay, so now we have the remaining 3 classes, which I want are Psychic, Assassin, and Wilderness Embracer. Okay, so we have class Psychic, which I'm gonna put as 30. Okay, which one did I choose? Assassin. Assassin kind of sounds a bit it sounds a bit too awkward for me. So I have a Stalker class, which is not an assassin class like the typical one. Should I call it subversion? Actually, subversion or subtlety. Subtlety sounds a bit more wowish, and it's not bad. Should I call it subversion and actually put it 7? Actually subverter, more like subverter. Okay, and we have Embracer of Wilderness, or actually leave it Wilderness Embracer, because they're both lengthy words. And this one should actually be 9, I think. No, not 9. Okay, let's actually see the green options that I know. So I know about /3. Okay, it's an all. Okay. Oh yes, I also remember 11, which I call the cyber color. Alright. I know 28, and I also know 29. Okay, now we have, I think this one should be the best, which is also the color of the protagonist's writing. I'll leave it like 11. Okay, because 11 is a color that I use frequently, but not in this chapter. Okay, so we have first batch, then we have second batch. Let's actually change these colors a bit, like actually put it a 14 in here, and let's actually put, yeah, leave it like this. And we also have a skip. Okay, so we have first batch, yes, and loop number 2, and beginning of big loop. Alright, now what I think I should be doing the most, well, actually apply, and I should actually start doing the you know, texts and the such. Okay, let's actually click on OK and wait for the common event JSON to be filled with all this juiciness. And well, I think it was enough. Now let's actually save, and because my project is insanely large, I actually need to make sure that I have backup, like almost each and every time. Okay, let's leave this down, and let's actually make a backup. Data, we put a backup on the desktop just in case, and one in E just in case. And also, let's just be sure, just to be sure, let's actually put my removable hard, just in case, you know, something may happen with the hard disk, because it's a lot of work that I have done towards this. And we have novel data, we have Yanderin, which was the initial name of my game. It was more, what the fuck. Okay, so that bang was actually a car crash. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the two drivers are actually communicating. Some steam actually went out of the hind car. I don't know much about car anatomy, but I think that's not a good thing that that steam actually went out. Oh yes, 1111. Well, thank you, universe. It's an auspicious sign. Alright, now let's actually go in here, and the last time I actually modified this one was a 22nd. Okay, so now actually let's put it in here as well, so that I have it on the removable drive as well. Let's actually eject this one. Okay, and at the same time let's actually do this one. Well, looking a bit more at the accident scene, actually it was just a bump. There are no victims, everyone seems okay, and the car parts seem to be somewhat okay. Alright, I'll leave that event to themselves, to the people. Now let's get back to our event creation. Okay, so much work just for a little tutorial view, which I thought about adding in a PDF file, and I think that still remains a good idea. And now we need to write the skeletal part for the cooldowns. Let's actually copy paste these, although I don't know if I'll actually be using 5 quotes. Alright, since this battle system implies turns, alright, let's actually color this as 14 to 14. Alright, any color beyond 33 is actually black, and we don't need necessarily black, we need to emphasize this as yellow for now. I have usage for black color for a specific character and I prefer using that for only that. Alright, since this battle system implies turns, okay, abilities use a mechanic called cooldowns. Let's say for short, which determines how often skills can be used. Like literally, I don't think I actually need to explain people what cooldowns are, because I'm guessing they may already know. So let's actually make it short. It's just gonna be 9 seconds of their life. Okay, so we have, since this battle system implies turns, okay, abilities use a mechanic called, actually write this correctly, cooldowns, yes. I actually think I don't need any other picture than this one. Let's actually see the faces. I think I'll actually need only these two, because yeah, these two. So okay, so I actually need to, let's see, this one is actually 4, so this one goes in here and this one goes in here. This one vanishes because I don't need it. Okay, so now we have, let's keep the chronological order of 11. This one is 2 and shall require the index 4 because it's actually the 4th picture. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. And this one still uses this one, so it should be index 0, as well as this one should use index 0. Now we're gonna use script $game screen dot erase picture 11. Like for 2 of these situations I don't need to write a for loop. Okay, and we have 12. Good. When cooldowns, and the player is still gonna be stuck in this one unless they actually choose skip. Okay, when they choose skip they should break the loop. Break loop, or actually close this event if it were parallel event or something like that. That's actually 3000. Let's see, where were my little switches in here? Like they were 3000. Oh wait, game functionality. Okay, auto gen. Leave some spaces in here for that. Let's actually go for view tutorial. Okay, actually let's put this one in here. Okay, so view tutorial, this one should be, let's see, it's 3082. Okay, so we also have this one, and now we can also write a script just for my pleasure. game switches dot set value 3082, and we mark it as false. Okay, and let's actually write a comment in here. Also close this event. Break loop, actually we should put it in here. This one is not needed, I was actually listening to some music. Okay, probably while the player is actually listening and going through all of these, actually the idea of a BGM wouldn't be bad. Okay, Ancient Castle could fit quite well one of my characters, but let's see what classes do I actually have. Okay, so difficulty 2, can actually put this song in here, leave it to 10 because they are heard much, they are much louder in game. Alright, let's see what actually can we use as a song. We have so many city. This one kind of sounds like you are making the player a bit drowsy. Well, I don't think anyone can actually hear this because I don't have both plugs in the computer. Okay, let's actually leave this one for now, at least for now, and let's get it on with the tutorial. Okay, so we have Cyber City. Let's create script. This is a BGM to be heard during the event itself. During the, let's say, tutorial event itself. Okay, this is a command. Now we need to create var sound. We need to create an object for the sound to actually load it in, and we have the following. Oh wait, someone's actually at the door, I think. Let's actually wait a bit. I don't think my grandmother actually is here. bine că ai zis da. Da, ai zis repede da, adică nu bine. Nu, nu foarte. Cu frigurile astea de afară noastră, ca să vă las fi cu coadă. Nu, zic așa, ca idee, nu cred eu că văd prea multă lume, nu știu, dacă duci pe o muscă, să vă întrebi dacă ar fi safe. Eu, nu știu, mi-a venit așa idee. Sincer, eu nu m-am gândit la ideea asta, mi-a venit așa, pac, mi-a venit pe un... Op. Alright, okay, so I actually had to help my grandmother with the post officer. He came to deliver her pension. Okay, so where were we? Oh yes, the magical object creation. Okay, so we actually need the file name. It's gonna be 03 cyber city, because that's the name. Okay, pitch is gonna be wait, actually volume, it's gonna be 15. Okay, pitch as usual 100 and pan 0. That is unless you want to actually change the details. Pitch, if you decrease it you make it sound more grave, if you increase it you make it sound more suave, more light sounded. Okay, then we have to call audio manager dot play, this time it's BGM, and we have to load the object we have created inside. Good. Now we can simply delete this one. Alright, now that we have this one, we have spoken about the cooldowns. Let's actually discuss about the things, because we only made the you know, these things. Alright, so for anguish, okay, let's actually make, oh come on, really now, gotta wait a bit more. Yeah. Ți-am numărat, mă, țucă, i-am văzut și eu. Așa, bun, ei, lasă-mă, altora nu de convine nimic, că e așa să... Alright, okay, so now let's get back and stop speaking to my own self, because it's not gonna help me much. My grandmother with her typical, you know, it's never good enough, and you know, things like that. Okay, let's see. Let's actually click on apply to write in the JSONs whatever we have in here up till now. Even if a crash or whatever happens, chances are it may not be saved still. And I only need to get this one, and we need to pick this one from here. Let's actually go back and F9. Okay, we have anguish. Okay, so anguish we wrote with a 31. Okay, good. Now we can finally delete this, and we have 31. Really, now I'm not interested in that. Anguish. Okay, now let's see what anguish actually does. Okay, we have wait, those are some kind of skills. Okay, so we chose anguish to do something like this. Okay, let's actually put it in here. Alright, let's see. Let's see how it would look. Psychic damage, okay. On end of turns, okay. Psychic damage taken by target is increased by 1. Okay. Why not actually make it plus 1 psychic damage? Actually, targets take plus 1 psychic damage. Okay, let's see. Take plus 1 psychic damage, and let's put an exclamation mark, or actually, point. Alright. Anguish deals 2 psychic damage on end of turns. Targets take plus 1 psychic damage, not separate damage. Okay. Now we actually, her quotes will always be in orange, so we have deals 2. Let's actually leave this one. Let's make it a bit more pompous to color it. Okay. So let's actually take some notes about this. So we have psych damage that we have denoted as 31. Okay. Let's actually write here colors to actually have notice of these. Okay, so it deals 2 psychic damage on end of turns, and targets, alright, take plus 1 psychic damage. Okay, 20, not separate damage. We need to actually underline this part, and the point will be wait, what? Point will be still in orange, not separate damage. Okay. Well, actually we don't need a point, honestly. Let's actually leave target. Not quite. Plus 1 psychic damage taken. Okay, taken from in order not to lose this line, let's put it here, from all sources. Okay, then let's see, from okay, from psychic sources. Okay, and we have okay, this one we put it in here, and this one again is 30. Okay, so now it should look like deals 2 psychic damage on end of turns, plus 1 psychic damage taken from psychic sources, not separate damage. Okay, we can actually put this one a bit closer. Alright, good. So this one is good. Now, considering this is a loop, if player goes and reads this, most likely, I also wrote it, it's better to actually print screen things. Should I actually put any pictures? No, preferably no, so that we can actually, the player can actually read these better. Okay, so Anguish is gonna use this picture. Okay, burn. Let's see what burn does. Okay, deal 2 fire damage at the end of rounds. Okay. Okay, so I chose burn to write it with 20. Okay, so we have 20, we have burn deals to well, in this case it's not gonna need anything. Let's leave it like this. Actually, let's give it a 10. Okay, it's gonna be fire damage. Okay, deals 2 fire damage on end. Now leave it like this, on end of turns. Okay, wait, actually, well, it's logical because it's a separate damage, so okay, burn deals 2 fire damage on end of turns. Okay, that should be, you know, that should be easy peasy. Okay, inflamed, I chose to depict it through 14. Okay, so 14 is wait, what? Inflamed. Okay, this one deals 3 damage, I think. Okay, removed by becoming chilled. Yeah, okay, let's leave it like this. Deals 1 fire damage on start of turns. Okay, plus let's see a bit. Okay, on start of turns. Okay, but if we actually put it in here and we actually remove that, nah. Okay, plus 50% fire damage. Okay, and again we have slash, oh really now, slash C this. Okay, fire damage removed by becoming chilled or damaged by frost, or when damaged by frost. No, by becoming chill, or actually why not directly frost damage. Okay, let's see. So we have 20. Okay, removed should be 28. If we use 29, nah, it's not gonna make a difference if I delete an M. Okay, so we have chilled, I think I wrote it with a 4, and we have frost damage with 23, I think, as it sounds a bit more, okay, a bit better. Okay, so we have colors for Psych. We have frost 23, and I actually chose fire as 10. Okay, and condition chilled uses color 4. Okay, bone. Okay, now that we got this, okay, close. Alright, now we use chilled. Okay, so chilled.
Starting narrator.
Really
Narrator
now?
setting. Exiting narrator.
Okay, chilled deals 1 frost damage on end of turns. Okay, so for chilled we actually don't need this one. We actually need to copy paste this, and we have color 4. Chilled deals 1 frost damage, and frost, I said it's gonna be 23 on end of turns. Okay, shield deals 1 frost damage on end of turns. Okay, good. This one's, now that one's done. Okay, frozen. Okay, -1 action. This sounds a bit awkward. Let's see, cannot attack. No, because it's not encased in ice. Okay, let's see. Okay, frozen. Let's actually see how it looks. 0 would look much better. Nah, 9 maybe. Two is orange. I think 4 is better. Okay, 4. But 4 is also for chilled. Add it actually 1, I'd say. This one, or 9, frozen. Okay, frozen is left to 9. Alright, so let's see. Okay, prevents an action. Wait, reduces, yes, reduces targets. Let's see, I have enough. Action point. Okay, counter by 1. Okay, let's try these as 18 targets. Action points. Alright, let's put these as 31, and we have counter in here. Action point counter by 1. Okay, let's see the initial big loop, which has space for another one, so we could add in here 31 action points. Okay, and once we get there we'll actually see what it does. Okay, action point counter by 1. Okay, this is kind of should actually put as a pop-up window or a pop-up picture or something like that. No, pop-up windows, I don't know exactly how to make them. I think you can actually make them in the scripts. If you use alert, it's gonna actually pop up a window. It's basic JavaScript writing. Okay, let's see. Tip. Okay, let's actually make it in here. Let's see, 14. Okay, actually let's copy paste this one and remove this from here because I won't be needing this anymore. Okay, we have this, let's see, 31. Okay, 20, put in here. Okay, and we have choice, show choices. Why not? Dim, middle, disallow. Read about action points. Let's leave this, read on action points, and we have /C20 because this one's actually, this one's something that doesn't take space, and this one as well, 29, 18, well actually 14, let's say, to be a yellow, remain here. Actually no. Alright, and let's actually have jump to label, action points. Let's copy this and we actually put it in here, action points. We call this label, we give the same name so that it can actually jump in here. Let's actually take this one and put it in here. 31 action points, everything from here delete, and let's see, action points are the life blood of actually of the battle system. They dictate how many actions any player can take. Okay, let's actually put this one. Oh, let's see, default, each player has one actually 2 action battle points. Has one of each action points. Okay, action points available. Okay, non-attack, let's call them preparatory and attack once. Let it like this, and okay, now non-attack action points allow usage of let's say abilities that usually empower them, which empower user. Attack action points allow attacks. Alright, and we're also gonna use a 20 in here. So we have non-attack action points allow usage of abilities that usually empower user. Attack action points allow attacks. Alright, and as reminder, one of each by default. As a reminder, one of each by default. Okay, that should be it. Okay, let's actually see, because this is part of action points. If I redirect to the big loop, actually it's much better to redirect at the big loop, because I don't want the player to actually go through these as well. So we have a loop, choice again, /c20. Yep. Alright, and we have skip. Should be something like this. And we have jump to label. Okay, and for skip we have break loop. I don't know if this one is in another loop, so let's actually have 2 break loops, just to be sure. Though I only see one, so this skip belongs to this big loop. Yeah, so only one is needed. Okay, well, let's get on with it. Okay, so let's add a command in here. Allow player to jump to the action point part. Let's copy paste it and put it 3 times so that it actually jumps, it's actually really visible. Alright, remain here does nothing. Actually remove one of these because it's a bit too annoying. Okay, now we have in tomb. Okay, let's see what in tomb does. Cannot perform any action. If necromancer class, then non-attack abilities can be performed. Okay, +1 cooldowns. No, this is gonna be changed. Actually, it's gonna be cooldowns don't recharge. Okay, cannot perform any action. Okay, this allows actions. All actions. Okay, cooldowns don't recharge. Wait, actually cooldowns recharge at start of turn, and if it lasts 1 round it simply won't matter anyways. So actually or +1 cooldowns on cast, preferably second. Okay, chosen the second. Okay, I will actually stick to that. Okay, so +1 to cooldowns upon being applied. Targets cooldowns before upon being applied. Okay, if class necromancer allows non-attack. Okay, so in tomb, alright, we can say this allows all actions. Is there a difference in between 10 and 18? Actually, let's see. And we could actually use 28 in here. And we actually made a traffic light without wanting. Plus on to target's cooldowns upon being applied. Necromancer can use non-attack actions. Okay. Oh, we didn't correct the encased in ice. Okay. Okay then. Now we corrected. Should we make something like this for cooldowns? I actually had something like action points. Action points. Oh, okay, why not? We actually want to help the player as much as possible. Cooldowns. This wouldn't be necessary because after the player has gone through it, it's no longer needed. Alright, so this isn't actually needed, but what we could actually do to help the player is actually create a choice in here that will say okay, so let's say read on action points. Okay, so let's see 10. Okay. Uh, 31. Alright. Okay, so now we can take these, alright, and we take them these and put them in here, and if the player chooses clicked by accident, nothing happens and they revert. They get out of this part. Okay. Or we could actually direct them specifically to beginning of big loop. I'm actually curious how the game handles labels, because you cannot handle them through the scripts, unfortunately. Or at least I haven't found a way yet, nor was I curious enough. Okay, so let's actually go back up, and we have, oh my god, there's still so much to write. Okay, right in tomb, what we have encased in ice. All right. Encased in ice. All right. 4 encased in ice. This allows attack actions. Well, let's say equals no attack actions. Honestly, it's much easier. Okay, let's see what else there is. Non-frost mages take 1 damage on turn end. All right. mages heal 4 HP on turn end. Well, actually, you know what? Just leave it like this. We'll copy paste this and we'll add another one. Okay. And delete this one. Non-frost mages take one additional frost damage on end of their turn. Okay. Did I actually choose some colors for the professions? I don't know if I actually did that. Let's actually put a color. Oh wait, I actually did. Okay. I actually did here at the classes. I said Frostcaster is 23. Okay then. If I said Frostcasters are still 23, okay, it's gonna be 23. Okay, 23 Frost Mages take 1 frost damage. I set it as 23 as well. And well, actually, why not leave it 14 then? All right. Let's write down an effect in here. All right. Okay. If neither is gained. All right. Okay. Now let's see what else can we actually go in case. Good. Now in this one we have okay, Frost Mages heal 4 HP on own turn end. Okay, while also gaining immunity to conditions, debuffs actually, because they're the same thing, for the duration. Debuff equal condition. Alright, just to make the player understand the point. Okay, so we have it's gonna be 23. Okay, and leave it just 20. Oh wait, actually it's a heal, so let it by 3. 20. All right. They also gain, let's say, immunity to debuffs, okay, for the duration. And let's highlight this one so that people see. So frost mages, okay, I don't know where that came from. Heal 4 HP on own turn end while also gaining immunity to debuffs for the duration. Okay, let's actually make her wing. Alright, now weakness is a big dick. Wait, did I actually get weakness? Oh, okay. Okay, because I want to end this video for now. Okay. Okay, so weakness was 7, right? Yep. And we have weakness. If it's 6, wait, 5, what color was it? I think this actually fits a bit better. 6 is yellow. Okay, 5 is kind of interesting, but no, actually leave it 7. And we could go to the buffs, and in the buffs part, let me actually take a look at /C6 again. 5. Okay, this could actually go better in here because it's a bit of a foggy color, so it could actually go well. Weakness, okay, weakness /C, let's say 10, reduces /C 20. Okay, reduces attack. Okay, reduces attack damage by 25%. Let's actually damage, really now, by 25% for normal attacks and 60% for crits. Okay, but I don't know -2 if it's actually gonna be a lot or not. Depending on the class, it's not gonna be that much. Okay, let's say 33%. Okay, spell damage is reduced by 20%. Let's actually make it 25. Okay, alright, let's delete this part. Also constraints the user, constrains the afflicted targets. Now let's use the target. Okay, target to use attack actions only. Attack type actions, attack actions only. Okay, no non-attack, wait, action points let's actually see it in here if it fits. Yes, non-attack action points. Okay, let's actually delete this. Alright. This allows target from gaining. Wait, I think I actually can. I'll leave it like this. Gaining non-attack action points at the beginning of turn if still affected. Of own turn, okay. Okay. From the start. At the start of own turn, if let's actually put an 18. This allows target from gaining non-attack. Let's put it with the magical square brackets at the start of own turns. If still affected, then. No. If still affected, okay, it's enough. Okay, and let's actually highlight these. And I think I actually did quite good. Okay. Let's actually take okay, let's actually go to this one. Stacks 3 times. I don't think I want bleeding to stack anymore, because stacking, that would be a bit problematic. But let's actually type it like this. Okay, so we have okay, let's have bleeding. Deals 1 damage. Okay. End of own turns. Okay. Stack can stack 3 times. Okay, let's actually highlight this one. 14. Okay. And we also have poison. Okay, poison, I chose it to deal this one will actually deal poison damage. Leave it to deal 2 poison damage because it wouldn't hurt. Poison damage, okay. Reduces healing by 33% and increases damage taken by 1. Okay, reduces healing 33%, and let's make it with red. Reduces healing by 33% and increases damage taken by 1. Okay, it should be okay. Now we need a painfully long aspect. We read oh, 1221. Okay, thank you. Thank you, universe, for the magical numbers. We read. Okay, and we read, we have for we read, we actually chose, let's not actually keep 5. We read, okay. Hopefully it's not a pink, like I can't actually figure if it's a pink or a white. I really wouldn't mind it being a white. Okay, deals. Okay, weird. So weird doesn't deal any damage. Okay. Okay. This allows attack actions. Okay, it's the opposite of weakened. And some professions will be good at applying both of these and maybe even get some buffs if they actually successfully do this. Okay, disallows attack actions. Okay, wearied disallows attack actions. Good. Now let's see the other effects. Okay. Upon cast, +1 cooldown to those if applicable, and abilities take 1 extra turn to cast. Okay, so now let's actually underline the things. So we have disallows attack actions. Okay, upon cast, we actually have +1 cooldown to those. And we also have this one, abilities take actually let's highlight these with yellow. Abilities take 1 extra turn to cast. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's leave it like this. Good. Okay. For further clarification, okay, increases ability cooldown by 1 even if it is not successfully cast. Alright, interrupted. So now we have more of this. I'm guessing it's a white, but it gives me a bit impression of a pink. I don't know exactly. Okay, this one actually is. Wait, what color was 13 actually? Oh, it's still a pink, a mauve or something. Well, my angle towards the screen isn't actually the best. Okay, let's see. Sample interrupted. Okay, and I finished this. Oh yay, I actually finished the conditions. Okay, now thankfully, well, thanks for actually watching the video. I haven't been too talkative, I guess. Usually I'm more of a deeper thinker. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video, and well, I'm looking forward to actually expanding on this battle system and see what it actually ends up as. As usual, keep up the good work. You are loved and appreciated. Thank you again for watching this lengthy video. It's not necessarily mandatory that people actually watch it. It's just a reminder of the progress that I've been going through, and to show people that I'm actually working not necessarily a lot, but I actually add a lot of details, and these always take extra time. So until next time, take care of yourself and your loved ones. You are loved and appreciated. Whatever you are doing is the best you can at the right pace for you, and as usual, take care of yourselves. Okay, Perenjan Board signing out.